I met this guy once when I was out, and like we exchanged phone numbers, but nothing really happened. Like I only saw him that one time. But then I was having a party, and so I was like, I'm gonna invite him to the party. So anyway, I'm like, I'm gonna invite him to the party. And so anyway, okay, I call him, invite him, whatever. We're very like jokey with each other. Like whenever we hang up the phone, we say like, okay, bye, love you. Like it's kind of I don't know. Okay, whatever. The day before the party, he calls me, and he's like, hey, so like picture me this. I'm scrolling on TikTok. So anyway, I'm like, Lord, send in the firing squad. Someone come kill me. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, and there's this girl and she's talking a lot about like her ex. And then I look at her page and she's talking actually a lot about her ex. And then I take a closer look and like, what do you know? It's you. I'm like, no, right, of course. Thank you so much. So I'm like, oh, guilty as charged. And he's like, so is your ex gonna be at the party tomorrow? I'm like, actually, I think he might be. Like, I don't know, but I think so. And he's like, what? I was joking. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Like, I think he might. Spoiler alert, he was there. So I wasn't planning on them meeting, obviously, but when he got there, I was introducing him to my friends because only one of my friends has met him before. So I go up to the friend that's met him before. I'm like, oh, like, blah, blah, blah's here. You guys have met, but like, whatever. And she was standing near one of my ex's friends. My ex's friend walks over and it's like, hey, I'm blah, blah, blah. And so then like my ex introduced himself. And then at that point, since I had called with him, not the ex, sorry, I know it's getting confusing. Bear with me, please. Hold my hand. Okay. When he had called me the day before the party, he was like trying to ask me about the tea. I was like, I'm not telling you the tea, like, da-da. And I kind of slipped up and said my ex's name. And he's like, oh, so his name is da-da-da. So when they met, I'm like watching them meet, by the way, because I'm standing right there. So it was like already kind of odd, but I'm like, whatever. Okay. So my ex goes up, introduces himself. He's like, hey, I'm da-da-da. And so now he knows, like, oh, that's the ex. So he kind of gives me a look. I give him a look like, ooh. And like, meanwhile, like, my ex has no idea what's going on. But like, it was funny to me, and like, I'm sure he thought it was whatever. So then the whole night he keeps coming up to me asking like how it's going with my ex. I'm like, one, why are you in my business? A guy sees a couple TikToks, he thinks he's one of the girls. I'm like, I'm not talking about this with you, like, it's weird. He even called me the next day, and he's like, so what ended up happening, like, with your ex? Like, what? And I'm like, I'm not talking about this with you, like, whatever, it's weird. And then he wants to act like I'm the weird one for not telling him the details of, like, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm not. And he's like, why? Oh, why are you being weird? Why are you being... Anyway, point is, I actually don't know what the point is. I'm just updating you on that in my life. Shout out him though. Yeah, shout out.